Alright, let's try this again. Hello everybody, I'm the XTC bot, welcome to the stream, and those of you watching on YouTube, welcome to the YouTube video. We're going to be playing some more Dark Souls 3 Convergence today. Tried streaming it a couple of days ago, and the internet just decided it didn't want to play ball. So, we ended up getting some things done, but you're not going to be able to see those because the stream just kept cutting out. So we ended up going through a little bit of Farron Swamp. We ended up fighting a boss that's actually located down there. Again, don't have the footage for it because stream is horrible. So you're just gonna have to go on my word. Now, I was playing a little bit off stream on a different character just simply because I wanted to keep playing the damn game and stream be damned. So I ended up playing as a pyromancer, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting how it works with the druid because it's a very different sort of play style. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try and continue now. So hopefully this goes well, because playing through as the pyromancer, obviously I've gotten quite a bit farther than with the druid, and a lot of bosses were very resistant to fire damage, so it was very hard. I don't know how it's gonna go with this character. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. What's up, cowboy? Might be a little bit too loud. Let me just adjust that. It's very loud in my ears, at least. Dumb that down just a tiny bit. Where are my embers? There are my embers. Oh, I'm embered up. Oh crap, I have like no health. What's going on today, huh? How's everybody feeling? I don't know about you guys, but I slept way too much today. Woke up really... internet's working for now, Valis. What's happening is that the speed and connection and everything are fine, but every once in a while the internet will just cut. They've got to come over to our place. I think something about digging up the lines or something like that and taking a look, because the connection is just very shoddy. We'll be fine for like 4 hours and then it'll just start cutting like crazy. Last night we were cutting every like 30 minutes or so. I don't really think I want to use any electric moves. I think we're just going to stick with the druids. Wi-Fi or wired? I'm on wired. It's not the connection to the internet itself, it's our lines. I would never play Wi-Fi on a PC. Unfortunately, I am on my my PS4, but I'm not going and buying another, 50, 60 foot cord. How's your day going, Valis? Go away, Bob. Go away. was slow. Hey, at least you're done though, right? Like that's always a bonus. It's just, god damn, I am very clogged in the throat today. You know, like when you finish work and you know you're finally done for the day and you can just do whatever the hell you want. Like that's the greatest feeling in the world. Now, the problem is remembering what I actually need to do. Because, unfortunately, I played through the last couple of days on a different character, so I have done basically all of this already, and now I'm trying to remember where I was on this playthrough, and it's, like, crap. I think I still need to do the fires here. Missed the VODs, so no idea. It's alright, Valis, don't worry about it, man. Freaking... I know that Dark Souls isn't really your thing, so don't worry about it. Just nice having people in the chat, you know? Just somebody to talk to and have a chat with. Or wait, was it you that's not into Dark Souls? Or... I don't remember. There's so many people that, like, give me their opinions on Dark Souls. It's hard to remember. Dark Souls... Okay, so you're the one that likes Dark Souls. God, it's so hard. There's, like, 15 people in the Discord. Like, oh, you played Dark Souls? I hate that game. Or I love that game. Stuff like that. Like, Smurf was in here the other day just, like, ripping out Dark Souls to pieces. Just, like, how he hates Dark Souls. It's just like, you're insane, buddy. I will say, though, when I first started playing this, I was hearing a lot of people on, like, the Discord for this game saying, like, this mod is super hard. It's, like, even harder than base Dark Souls and stuff like that. I can straight up tell you that's not true. Although this guy's rather annoying. Can you stop being a little bit and get over here? There we go. Like I said, I've been playing this for the last couple of days off stream, just having some fun, trying out the different classes, and I got stuck in the Pyromancer. I was quite enjoying the playstyle. I've beaten the base game and the first DLC, Ashes of Ariandel, on the Pyromancer, and I can tell you, this is not harder than the base Dark Souls. This is actually significantly easier than the original build of the game. There are so many people like, oh yeah, just because you have like regenerating FP doesn't make it any easier. Oh, it really does. Significantly so, actually. The only hard parts that I had were fighting against bosses that had resistance to fire. Other than that, it was fairly easy. Okay, so I need to go... Where do I need to go? Meow. What's that cat? I started in Demon's Souls, didn't really get into Dark Souls 3, but I may have been buying into that bad press at launch. Honestly, I don't remember if there was bad press, or, like, obviously there was, otherwise you wouldn't be saying that. I don't remember hearing the bad press. For Dark Souls 3, I got Dark Souls 3 as a gift from my cousin. I was looking at buying it, but at the time my bills were far too much and they were outweighing how much I was making, so I couldn't afford to buy it. So my cousin bought it for me, and I got it like, I think it was like day 2 or day 3. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, although I do think that Dark Souls 3 is easier than the first Dark Souls. But your spinning attack, go away. I honestly have enjoyed everything about Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne. However, I will straight up say, Dark Souls 2, fuck Dark Souls 2. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing it and I beat it multiple times, but fuck Dark Souls 2. And I swear to God, if you tell me Dark Souls 2 is your favorite, like, what the fuck is wrong? Who hurt you? So a lot of the the placements of items have changed. A lot of them are the same, but there's still some ones that have changed, and there's some placements that are a little strange. Because you've got, you know, different weapons and stuff like that. A lot of things have been moved just to compensate for the different items. I haven't played in a while, so I don't really have a favorite anymore. My favorite is probably, if we're specifically talking about like the Souls series, probably Demon Souls, just because I prefer the magic system in that. Like I said, I enjoyed Dark Souls 2. It's not that like I didn't have fun playing the game, but it is 100% the worst in the series. And like the reason it is the worst is simply because it wasn't worked on by the original creator, so it doesn't have like the same vision. It was simply hard for the sake of being hard. Not like, you know, like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, where it was hard, but it was hard for a reason. Weren't there, so that's a little weird. I hate this swamp so much. I always forget where I'm going, and I get lost. Also, my health regen should be much higher than that poison. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Let's take a look here. No, we can't move that, but we can move that, put that back on, see if that'll change anything. That was due to the whole Dark Souls is great because it was hard motif, not with fans not communicating well. It's, the thing is, like, I've said this 100 times and I'll say it again. Dark Souls is not hard. At least not in the sense, because there's a difference between difficulty and challenge, right? Like, you can have a game that is hard, but it's not challenging. For example, playing like something like Call of Duty's campaign mode on like the hardest difficulty, that's hard, but it's not challenging. It's just, you know, the enemies are more bullet spongy, and you take more damage. That's not hard, or that's hard, that's not a challenge. Dark Souls is a challenge. And the reason that I like Dark Souls above most other games is because when I lose, when I die, I understand why I've died. And 90% of the time, it's my fault, because there was something I could have done better. There was something I could have learned, something I could have changed about how I was playing the game. And so you get this great feeling of accomplishment when you actually do manage to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Like, once you've played through a Dark Souls game, and you realize, you know, that enemies attack in specific patterns, they have specific movement types, they have specific attack speeds, and there are ways of dealing with every encounter. And you start to memorize these things, you become better. And that is good, because you play something like, like a Call of Duty campaign. It doesn't matter how good you are, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, how good your aim is. The enemies are going to hit super hard because of the difficulty, and one stray bullet is enough to kill you. That's not skill, that's not challenge, that's difficulty for the sake of difficulty. And that's exactly the problem that Dark Souls 2 had, was, you know, you had gank squads around every single corner. You had areas where there were far too many enemies that it didn't really need that many there. You had enemies that, you know, couldn't be staggered. You had enemies that could hit you in ways that they shouldn't be able to hit you. You had so many areas where it was like, this is the way that you're supposed to go. Logic dictates this is the way you're supposed to go. You go that way, and it turns out it's a dead end to a deadfall trap. And they hide it in such a way that it's not your fault for missing it, because it's intended to screw with you. There are certainly those things in other Souls games, but they're not as prevalent as they are in Dark Souls 2. And I think the people that worked on Dark Souls 2 didn't understand that. It's not the fact that the game is difficult. That's not what makes it so revered. It's the challenge. I would honestly say that 90% of people's deaths in Dark Souls games are not due to normal mobs, they're not due to environment. I would say most deaths are from bosses. Because people go in and they're not prepared for the boss, they don't know the mechanics of the boss, and so you have to fight the boss to learn those things. And then you proceed to, of course, die to said bosses. And rolling off the cliff. Yeah, well, gravity is certainly a portion of it, right? But I'd say that most people, you know, like, you don't die to gravity in the same spot 15, 16 times. That just doesn't happen. You usually die to gravity once or twice in the same spot. More than once only because you're trying to get something in that location. But as a general rule, you're not falling off the same cliff dozens of times. Whereas against a boss, you could die hundreds of times before you get the timing down for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Dark Souls 2, on the other hand, most deaths weren't from bosses, because the bosses overall weren't that hard. It was from the gank squads, it was from the cheap mechanics, it was from stupid stuff. I want to kill them all. Thank you, Vaughn. Welcome to the stream. How are you today, sir? Doing right, as long as I get my Fallout 4 mods working. What issues are you having? I saw yesterday you constantly opening and closing Fallout 4. I assume that you were trying to get some mod working. And it's just causing you issues. You're back in. No problem. My mods weren't coming out at all. Forgot I needed to mess with the ini files. Are you not using a mod loader? Like, are you just doing like custom ini files, or how are you doing it? Vortex. You're using Vortex, so so you're using mods that don't work with Vortex or something? Because normally Vortex is pretty good about that. Did I already go up here and check? I did. Mods are all from the Nexus, which work with Vortex. Then I'm not sure what problem you're having. It might be a specific mod that's just incompatible with others or something to that effect. I'm not sure. I'd have to take a look at your mod files. I've never had a problem modding Fallout 4 personally, but I don't generally mod a lot of the game files. I usually just like do weapon mods and stuff like that, just because I like having like real life weapons in the game. It's annoying the hell out of me. I can understand that. It's just annoying as hell when you're trying to mod something and it doesn't work. Like, I remember when that Skyrim mod, Enderall, first came out, and it would not work for me at all until they made it a standalone. Okay, so I'm going to give this boss here a try, but I remember playing it on my Pyromancer, and it was seriously fucking hard. It's actually the boss I had the most trouble with, so I might end up having to summon an NPC to help me. We'll find out. Love the mod. They didn't spend much time on it. I loved the mod. I liked how difficult it was. I liked the mechanics that they had within it. The problem that I had with it, though, was I like playing mage characters in games, and I felt really gimped playing a magic character. And people were telling me, oh, just carry on. It'll get a lot easier. It'll get a lot more fun later on when you can do more things. It felt too much of a grind to get to that point for me. I need quick casts. They're so fast. I've heard mixed things about it, so I don't really know what to feel about it. Ah, shit, now having like one of my minions might help. But he's just so fast and my cast is just so slow. I've never played. I considered buying it when it first came out, but I heard so many mixed reviews. And I know people are like, don't pay attention to reviews. Reviews don't really help you judge a game. But the thing is, there are so many times where I bought a game without looking at reviews, and I've been screwed over by like a really shitty game or a game that doesn't want to work or whatever, that I have to start paying attention to reviews. Because I'm tired of spending money on a game that ends up being trash. I rarely look at reviews. I tend to love games that others hate. Like, it's fine if you don't, but like, I can't tell you the amount of times I've bought a game for, you know, $100 essentially, and I have ended up absolutely hating it and wishing I'd made a different decision. Oh no, go away, go away. Go away. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if, you know, PlayStation had a better return policy, or, you know, any return policy. So I spent on PlayStation games. At least Steam's like, oh, if you play this for less than 2 hours and it's within 14 days, you can return it. Even then, sometimes like you need more than 2 hours to get the game. I hate this boss so much. There we go. This is summons are useful. One problem you might have with that word is how the magic smith just managed to get to go through a huge trial and sacrifice a percentage of your HP to gain mana. I mean, that actually doesn't sound like a bad mechanic, I'll be completely honest with you. Like, I don't mind magic being hard to gain access to. I just have a problem with, you know, magic being detrimental to playing the game. Fuck Fallout 4 for now. I'll get back to that one later. Our reviews are mostly positive on Steam. They are mostly positive on Steam. Now, anyway. When it first came out, I was following reviews from people like SkillUp and Yahtzee and stuff like that. And they're notoriously harsh on games, but they generally seem to have similar opinions to me. So it's usually like, if they don't like the game, I'm probably not going to like the game. I'll probably end up giving it a try. Oh yeah, so yeah, we can't get into the catacombs from here, which is interesting. They changed a lot of the placements of everything, so yes, the catacombs are here, but you can't get them. You have to go to a different location. So, let's go back to the shrine. I have a phone call. I will be right back, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Some family drama. We love that shit. And Von Vonsen is now playing Outward. Oh. So I don't need that. Boulder Heave. No, that's a physical? Yeah. So that's the one you get for them. I tried that on my Pyromancer. It doesn't really do much damage, but that's because I wasn't, you know, built for that particular type of miracle. I don't really need any of these things, to be completely honest. Although, do I have one of these shells yet?
Treat sheep.
I do, okay. Using dead mode to trap magic, kind of curious how good it is. Well, certainly let me know. Also, is Outward co-op? It is? Understandable. I might end up picking it up, and then you and I could probably give it a try, Mom. Okay, so
It wasn't it?
let's see. Large crystal titanite shard.
Pretty.
Although I might not be able to pick it up until the new year because Halo campaign's coming out soon, and I want to stream that.
Yes,
Not
yes.
co-op for another 9
best
months,
be
right?
off. Though I
You
trust
keep forgetting that. The co-op isn't coming until season 2. Even possibly even later. Yeah. So I'll be streaming it probably solo. I'd prefer to play it co-op, but I mean, I'm not gonna skip the cutscenes in Halo. I haven't seen the cutscenes in Halo.
Yeah.
I don't skip cutscenes for things that haven't played. I skip cutscenes for things I have played.
Just wasn't it?
Okay, I need one more of those, but I can't get one for now. I'm going to need a heavier weapon eventually. I just don't know what to use. Totally understand. I'm glad, Vaughn. Like, maybe if it's on sale. Yeah, exactly. You gotta get the whole experience the first time around, unless, of course, the story is just fucking terrible, in which case I just skip it. Like, any Sword Art game. But, like, the second time playing through a game, like, I'm not going to watch the cutscenes. I know what happened. Or I don't care anymore what happened, and I just like the gameplay. I need more druid spells. I need better spells. I don't think there are many better spells, though. That's the problem.
Yes, yeah.
Like, Halo is a series of games where I do very much enjoy the story, even if, you know, they did kind of shit on it a little bit. I'll be interested to see what they're going to do with Infinite. Alright, so we've done Farron Keep. We've done all that. Done all that. And we've done all that. So we need to go here. I'll be interested, I think, mostly because Halo going open world or even semi-open world is going to be an interesting concept. I want to see how they're going to do that without, you know, ruining the whole Halo formula. I will also be interested to see, like, if they're going to bring, like, the Arbiter back, or if, like, Locke's going to come back, stuff like that. Because I know that Locke was a huge contention for people, but I'll be interested to see if like those characters end up coming back in some way. It's always the little things you forget. There you are. I knew you were gonna pop out eventually. It's weird. I feel like my regeneration's actually lower if I have my spells on, which it shouldn't be. Like they should stack, from what I understand. I'm glad the pinwheels are a lot better in this though. Oh, I just got fucking parried. Get wrecked, kid. Thank God there's no PvP in this. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they certainly made the catacombs a lot darker. Like, if you don't know where you're going to need a torch. Alright, now we wait for you to get back up because we know you're not fucking dead. There's the Carthus Pyromancy Tome. I hated Catacombs in Dark Souls 1. Oh, they were the worst. Especially because you needed, like, radiant weapons or whatever the hell they're, or blessed weapons in order to actually, like, kill the things in there. Oh, it was so fucking frustrating. It made it even more frustrating with the fact that they put it right near Firelink, so it makes sense that it's an early area, because, you know, it's right beside your starting bonfire sort of thing. So you get there and you're like, oh, okay, like, this is where I'm supposed to go, or at least this is a way I can go. Turns out, no, it's not where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to come back later. You can have the magic off all you want, buddy. I will win. Unless farm a lot of XP in the cemetery, though. Yeah, as long as you can figure out how to kill them or like make them jump off cliffs or something, it's not too bad. But it's just a rather frustrating area, just because it's like, oh, I can go here. No, you really can't. All right, fine. We're gonna do this. Although the Necromancer can be incredibly fucking powerful. I wish I could see your health, because this is supposed to heal you too. Alright. What do I need for that? Because it's a really nice weapon. 10 Gravelord relics. I might actually end up saving and getting that just because it is such a really good weapon. Okay, so all that's over here is the Carthus milk ring, which I don't really need, but I might as well just grab it. it's not actually there. Interesting. Thank God for passive health regen, eh? Okay, so around this corner, we have a greater foe. And this one's actually a bit of a bitch. Because he's got a lot of fucking health, and he does a lot of fucking damage. Go away. Not so much on the druid, though, I think. It does seem like the druid is a lot more powerful than the pyromancer. Which is funny, because in the original game, pyromancers were fucking brokenly powerful. I don't think there's anything over there that I want, so I'm not gonna bother. Hey, Vols, welcome back, man. We are just getting to High Lord Wolnir right now. And Wolnir is actually an interesting fight in this one, instead of it just being a, hey, hit the rings until he dies, stupid shit. Alright, Wolnir. Summon you in there. Hopefully you don't get stuck in the doorway. my summon in one shot. It's great. Much harder with Pyromancer. I feel like the druid's just really fucking powerful. Bye, Wolnir. And that was the Catacombs of Carthus. Not much changed, honestly. And then we're in Irithyll, which, by the way, fuck Irithyll. It's not the worst area in the game, but it is certainly not my favorite.
Ashen.
So
Pretty sure these souls only give things that I don't need. Still have the soul. Oh, those are in the bank. Okay. Yeah, Wolnir, much weaker to magic than fire. So, how many of these things do I have now? I have 10. I think I need 30,000 though? I can't remember. So we're just gonna go find out, because I want that scythe. Oh no, that's what I wanted. We're good. I thought I went too far. Good, we're good. Now, was there another archer shooting at me? No, but you're gonna die. Hey buddy, how's it going? Bye! Fuck. The great thing about this weapon is it has high bleed. And they also made sights better. the AI could be enhanced in these games. It certainly could. The AI in this game, and in most Souls games, is pretty exploitable. Like, I mean, how many times in Souls have you been able to actually just make a boss jump off of a ledge and die? Like, in Dark Souls 1 alone, I think there's 3 bosses that you can kill from fall damage. That's pretty stupid.
It wasn't. Pretty be careful.
And I think I can actually buy Titanite skills, can't I? I can. They're expensive, but I can.
Oh,
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kill Wolnir a couple of times. Because farming bosses is wonderful. Oh, I lost all my gem from teleporting. I didn't realize that would happen. Oh well. Wolnir. Nope. Magic is no longer relevant. I have big scythe. Such an easy boss now. Okay, give me those. Gargoyles, Iron Golem, Ceaseless Discharge, bit on purpose, Taurus Demon. Yeah, Iron Golem, that's the one I was thinking of, that I couldn't remember the name of. I know the Gargoyles you can do from fall damage, but it's really hard to do that because their AI is really weird. Ceaseless Discharge, though, I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not. I feel like it was because they have like a script for it, but at the same time, a lot of people are still surprised that you can do it. I didn't know you could do it with the Taurus Demon, though. I knew you could do it by like jumping on its head. I didn't think you could actually get him to fall off the bridge. Yeah, there's a whole animation for it and everything, but the funny thing is there's an animation for every single boss in every single Souls game for falling. For example, Seek the Scaleless has a death fall animation, even though you cannot kill Seath by fall damage. They program them in there in case of bugs. Like every boss even has a pancake animation, even though you can't pancake like half the bosses. But there's a lot of people that don't understand or didn't understand that Ceaseless Discharge can be killed from fall damage. If you've ever watched people like watching speedruns, and they're like, how the hell did he do that? I had to fight it. It's like, nah, man. Ceaseless Discharge is funny. Literally just run, and then when he gets stuck, kill him, just like he's done. Just laugh.
Oh, and
Goodbye. And stay safe. Oh, this be.
That is good, wasn't he?
Metallic Titanite shard.
Pretty
Metallic. You sell metallic, don't you?
oh, and
You do.
Goodbye.
For Taurus' whole bit of the side that's broken, you get to swing itself off the bridge.
Ah,
I've
just
never done that.
wasn't he?
I've always done the climb the tower and kill him by jumping on his head method. Good to know though. Next time I do a Dark Souls run, I'll give that a try.
Pretty Lego.
One learn.
oh, and
Goodbye.
Just what?
And then chunks. We can't get chunks for him.
Pretty, be careful.
All right. Let's go to our test dummy here. It's right about where it lands. May have been set up for speedrunning in mind. Maybe. FromSoft isn't like adverse to speedrunners. Like, they generally keep in some of the bugs that people use for speedrunning, although there are some bugs that they've removed from some games for speedrunning, which really bugged me. Like, there was one in Bloodborne where you could essentially get near the end of the game within the first 10 minutes, and they removed it, and I was so sad because I used to use that all the time to get, like, late game weapons. So let's see. 324. 458. Oh, he's also poisoned. Low poison resistance. But then there's also this. Oh, just so good. Like, look at that damage. So good. Like, watching Soul speedruns are a lot of fun, especially if you don't know what the hell's happening and they're just like running through it and explaining and having fun. It's so good. There's a couple of Soul speedrunners that went to GDQ, and oh, it's just so funny to watch them because they know what they're doing, they know what's gonna happen, so they start telling jokes about it and making fun of the things that they're doing. I love watching speedruns of Souls games. Okay, so we still have Irithyll we can do, but what else do we have? Hard choices, hard choices. I think we'll just continue with Irithyll. Fun fact, Valis, there's no boss in this area now. There used to be a boss, they've changed it. Hey, Kier Daggy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you here. I've seen that in Zelda speedruns as well. The out-of-bounds glitches are crazy. Oh my god, I love speedruns, man. I wanted to do like my own sort of speedruns for a long time. I even practiced for quite a while on some games. Just watching people do some of the crazy things that they do is awesome. Welcome to the chat, here, guys. I really appreciate it, seriously. Anytime somebody follows, it's a real great perk. It feels great. So that's nice to see here. You dragon. fly away, you fucking bitch. Wait, I can change my covenant back now. Like, have you watched any Breath of the Wild speedruns lately? They are fucking crazy. Seeing people, like, grab rocks or, like, slabs or whatever, freeze them, freaking shoot them with arrows, whack them with swords, jump on and just fly all the way across the map is just absolutely hilarious. They did really well in that physics engine. Honestly, though, I think my favorite part about Breath of the Wild is the fact that you can just go right to the final boss, right at the beginning. I think that's the coolest thing ever. More games need to implement shit like that. Wait, how are you not? Of course you're just hanging on. Go away. So good. So good. It's nice not being afraid to get into melee now. I don't know if I can hit you from here. I doubt it. Oh no, I still can. Get fucked. Love that melee combat. Honestly, Vaughn, you would like this mod because there is a lot of new opportunities for melee, a lot of cool new weapons. They even have like 3 more sword and shield combo weapons, which are really cool. I think you'd like. The whole bomb jump shield slide glitch mechanic is insane. Honestly, the movement in Legend of Zelda is insane. They did an incredibly good job, and even though I do have problems with the first Breath of the Wild, I cannot wait for the second one. Get out of here, stupid magic bullshit. I say as I use magic. Love being a PS tank. Any game where I can enjoy that, I'm fine. Then you should definitely check out this mod if you have Dark Souls 3 and all the DLC, because you do need the DLC to get it working. There's a lot of opportunities for that. Even if you don't like magic, like you're not a huge fan of magic, there's a couple of spells that you could take just to like make yourself like have passive health regen and shit like that. Oh, you need Dark Souls 3? You don't have Dark Souls 3? It's on sale right now. I think it's like $30 for the game and all the DLC. But I mean, like, you know, being close to Christmas and everything, everybody's kind of strapped for cash, so it's understandable if you can't pick it up. Can I hit you from here? I can. so much harder than base Dark Souls. So yeah, this is an entirely new area that they've put on here. And frankly, there's nothing here that I want, so no. I could do all of the things that are in this mod and just showcase everything, but frankly, there's a lot of stuff in this mod that really is unnecessary. Like, there are areas where you'd go before to grab, like, a really cool, unique weapon or something like that, and it's no longer there. It's just, like, a Titanite shard or something like that. I forgot how hard it is to get magic in Outward. Don't say that, Ron. You're gonna scare me away. Don't scare me away. Somebody in chat wanted to do me a favor and just look at Outward and see if it's, like, on sale or anything right now. On Steam. You just gotta have decent gear. I mean... Wait, gear? Does gear influence what you can do in that game? Like, is stuff tied to gear, or do you just mean, like, you need good gear for, like, defense? Going alone is not advised. Defenseman and damage. Oh, okay. Like, I don't have a problem playing, like, a tanky character, a melee character, or a rogue. I just prefer magic in games because I think magic is, like, really cool utility and it allows you to do some interesting shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the melee in Dark Souls 3. I love it. But the reason this mod is so interesting to me... Hello! More druid spells. The reason this mod is interesting to me is because it adds so much more magic, which change the way that you can play the game more significantly, whereas melee, you don't really change the way you play melee, you just change the weapon that you use. Your strategies are still the same. Like, you're still doing the same basic stuff. I think I went to the wrong place, to be fair. Uh-oh. Like, you went in one direction, it turns out you're supposed to go into a different direction or something like that. Or you did one quest and you're supposed to do a different one. 50% off, $30 for American base, 24 or 42.5 for base and season pass. $30 isn't bad. And that's 30 American, so that's gonna be like 40, 42 something, 43 Canadian. Oh, well, I have a bonfire here, so let's just find it. Let's go on Steam here real quick. Wait. Mate. Valis, are you sure about that? 'Cause, maybe we have different deals here in Canada, but it's 70% off here in Canada. It's only $15. Yeah, it's only $15. Let me show you. So, that's not bad. $15. Should grab the other DLC. I mean, it's 61% off for the entire bundle. Let me just bring this back up for you. $10 for one of the DLCs, $13 for another. Yeah, we must have a different store. Because I have seen before, like, I'll see an article, hey, this game's on sale on Steam for, like, this much, and I'll go to Steam, and it's not on sale for that much for us. So it's possible that, like, Canadian and American have different deals going on. Like, honestly, that's not bad. I'm just gonna pull up a quick little calculator here and do some math, because welcome to my math class. So we've got $14.99 plus 10, 19, plus 13, 79, comes to 38.97 if you buy the DLCs separately, whereas you save about $3 for buying in a bundle. But in all honesty, if you only have one DLC, what DLC do you have, Vaughn? Which one of these? Soroborians or the Three Brothers? Soroborians? Okay. So that'll only end up being like $25. I could get both of those, and then we could play. You were looking at Dark Souls 3 on Steam. That explains that. No wonder we were confused. Let's just look at Dark Souls 3 for a second. I don't even think I can see the price, because I own it. Slightly different because, you know, American to Canadian conversion, but Dark Souls 3, $33.24. And then $46.99 for the deluxe edition. Honestly, I think that's a fair price for Dark Souls 3. But, I mean, if you're strapped for cash, that can end up being a lot of money. So we'll go ahead and we'll get outward. Found the spot for the mana trials, holy crap. Alright, I will install this when I'm done the stream. We're gonna get through Irithyll and then we'll probably end the stream there. And then I'll install this and maybe we can play tonight if you don't have to go to bed by then. Because I know you probably gotta work tomorrow. Explain to me though, Vaughn, how multiplayer works in Outward. Like if I start like my own character, can I join your game as my character, or is it like Fable, where I would join as like a stand-in character and not my actual thing? How does that work? Tuesday's an early day for me. Oh man, I'm not an early person, man. Like if I have to get up early, I'll do it. But fuck that. I would rather just. I'm a night shift guy. So early for me is like 5 p.m. You can join as your character. Perfect. So yeah, like I'll download that after the stream because I don't want to script the stream. And we can give it a try. Get bled. God, I love this weapon. It's so good. It's so good. As long as I can join in my character, because there's a couple of games that I've played. Fable's an obvious one, but there's a couple others where like you join the game of your friend, but you're not actually playing as your own character. And like your progress isn't saved or anything like that. That I think is the most frustrating thing about Souls, actually, in particular, is like joining somebody's game to help them, or trying to play through like the game together. But you killing the boss in your friend's game doesn't count for your own game, so you have to go back and do it again. I think that's a huge misstep in a lot of games, especially Souls. Like, I remember going through base Dark Souls 3 with my buddy, and we essentially had to do every area twice. That's really annoying, and it really slows down the pace of the game. So I'm just kind of like speedrunning through Irithyll because, to be completely frank, there's not really much here. Irithyll kind of got like the short end of the stick when it came to this mod. They actually took one of the bosses that was here, like the final boss of this area, and instead of like changing the way that the boss works, which they did do as well, they actually made it a much harder boss, and they included it in like the 4 lords. So now instead of there being 4 lords, there's 5 lords, which I think is really cool. And his boss fight is a lot harder, like a lot. He's much faster. He does a lot more damage. Also, mainly fuck this area, because this area was already frustrating before, and then they're just like, hey, let's add a shit ton of spiders and a shit ton of magic casters too. Is it only up to 2 in Outward, or can there be more? Good question. Vaughn, our resident Outward expert. Only 2. That's a shame. Wait, are you not hostile? Why aren't you hostile? You're not an NPC. Did they forget to flag this thing as an enemy? Okay. Good job, guys. That's interesting. We're gonna put a lizard here, but we're not gonna flag it as an enemy. So also, I'm not gonna lie. The first time that I played this game, those spiders gave me nightmares. Like, their ribs are their legs. That is terrifying. I don't care who you are. Like, just imagine like a horror movie where these things are the baddies, and like it's like the forests, but instead of like, you know, like cannibals or whatever, it's those things chasing you. Fuck that. Can I out-heal Toxic? No, it doesn't look like it, so we'll do this. Magic is pretty scary. Explain, Vaughn. Give me some details. Toxic has always been vicious. Toxic is insane. When it's used against you, anyway. You can put Toxic on enemies in this game. It's basically useless. It almost does the same thing as Poison, which kind of defeats the purpose. Yeah, it is. So, like, Poison does, like, I think it's like 3% of their health plus 40 base per tick, and it does it every 1.5 seconds or something like that. Toxic does 5% of their health plus 80 per tick, and it does 1 tick every, like, second. So it's basically nothing. But the thing is, it says 5% of their health, but it's not 5% of their health, right? Because if that were the case, then you'd give them Toxic and then 20 seconds later they'd be dead. But they're not, obviously. If you focus on Hex Magic and Outward, just use every Hex you know on an enemy, then use a spell called Rupture and they go boom and die. Oh my god. Spell stacking? Really? Spell stacking is bad. Every developer knows that.
Oh.
Alright, what do we know now? What can we learn? Already had that. Cover your body, already had that, already had that, already had that. Increase damage and defense for you and any nearby summon for a time. That's nice. Strong healing spell that affects you and any nearby summon. Interesting. Giant crab. So this one sounds interesting. I don't... Let's see. It can't be extended, so it's only 60 seconds.
Yes. Yep.
Spell stacking is insane in Outward. Spell stacking is a mechanic that a lot of developers learned early on is a really bad idea because it makes the characters far too powerful. I guess they did because you give up a portion of your HP for mana and you have to go through a shitload to get that option or to gain mana. So, like, when you say you give up a portion of your health, do you mean, like, when you first unlock the ability to use magic, you give up, like, say, 20% of your health and you now have a mana pool? Or every single time you cast, you use, like, your health to get mana? Like, how does that work? Because the way that I'm thinking about it sounds like blood magic. You give up 4% of your match XP in order to gain a mana pool. That doesn't sound like too big of a deal, but I don't know the difficulty of the game. Honestly, it sounds a little bit better than blood magic, to be honest with you. Like, you can play a blood mage in this game, and it's not that big of a deal, but there are some games where, like, blood magic is the worst thing in the world. Let's just do this right. Holy shit! Come again? Half health. Oh my god, that is incredibly powerful. There are like two options though for how much HP you give to gain some mana, but HP goes down fast, especially if you wear mage type armors. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't really know what it's like because I haven't played the game, so I can't comment on that, right? Like, anything that I say is nothing. But it's a very interesting type of system. I don't feel like 40% of your health is that bad. Now, if it was like 60 to 70% of your health, I'd understand why it's like that's too much. 40 doesn't sound too bad. But I'd have to give it a try and actually do my own testing, because it could end up being like really, really freaking hard to play the game by doing that. Alright, so we have a heal spell now. That's interesting. It's a lot of healing. No new damaging spells though, which is really sad. Also, magic is close ranged. Oh. Okay, see, there's the problem. There's the problem. If it were long ranged, I could understand. So the rock lizard is supposedly earlier than the crab. We'll buy the crab. I don't know if we'll end up using the crab, but we'll buy it. I'm usually not a fan of close range magic in games. Like, I feel like the point of magic is to give you a ranged option. Unless you're playing like a spell sword, which is a different thing entirely.
Wasn't he? Pretty beaker.
Magic is very strong, but I've only looked at rune and hex magic so far. What other types of magic are there, is the question. Sigil magic, yeah. Which, to me, sounds very similar to rune magic, but probably different. Hey, buddy. We're gonna play a game. It's called How Long Till You Become Dead. About that long. Most are spell sword type spells, though. Okay, so it seems that they went more the spell sword type than they went with ranged magic, which isn't a problem if that's what you want to play. It's not for everybody. I know Kyrus loves being a spell sword games, so it's something I enjoy. I might give it a try, or maybe like watch somebody use it before I make the decision. I always see mages as like I'm gonna stay far back, and I'm gonna hit you from long range with my spells and keep away from you because I'm squishy sort of style of play. Oh, here we are, Vaughn. This is perfect. So I know you're like a sword and board type guy in Souls games. So here's a new sword and board. Right? I believe this is a magic one. No, this is physical. But you can change it to whatever you want, obviously. I don't have the stats for it, but its combo actually works with the shield. And then you've got your stance to change the way that you fight. And then, of course, it's got the short sword moveset normally. They've got like 3 or 4 of those now. So sigil magic requires stones, rune magic requires you to mix spells together. Okay. Spell combination is kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of games doing spell combo. Oh, hi. How's it going? Oh, you're dead. You're fucking dead. And it also gives you points. Like, this is just a really good weapon. Sigil magic seems to be like setting up traps. Interesting. I actually like trap magic. That's not what I meant to do. That is not what I meant to do. Thanks for these things. Oops. I really need to change the chat color there on the screen. It's really hard to see. Wait, there's a lot. What the hell? I never noticed this the first time through. Where the hell does this go? Interesting. Oh, I know where I am. That's interesting. I could have taken that shortcut and skipped like half of this. Always forget the sights have a sweet spot. Sigils seem to just enhance abilities, seems like the weakest of the magic types. Maybe, but I'm sure there's a way of making it incredibly useful. I'm sure if you looked online for like a build, somebody's done something stupid with it. Yeah, no, I'm not dealing with all these guys. Or maybe I am. Maybe I am. Jesus Christ. opponents using magic, so you gain magic damage to your weapons. I mean, I can see that being useful, especially if a boss has a weakness to a specific element or something like that. But probably not as powerful as, you know, spell stacking, because spell stacking. You can block all you want, the drain is gonna get you. Alright, and this is the end of Irithyll. Normally you fight a boss in here, Pontus Sullivan, but as I mentioned previously, he's no longer here. He's got his own little area, he's got his own unique sort of fight. Very different. That's it. There's no boss, which is kind of weird. You'd think that they would replace him with something, but no, there's just nothing. So there we go. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream here, because I have other things that I need to do today. And I might end up playing some Outward. I don't know. I might end up streaming that too. Who knows? But we'll find out. For now, though, we're gonna go